Hey, what's up, guys? Nick Major here with idobi Radio. I'm about to hop on a Skype call with drummer Jessica Burdeaux. She is so talented. She's got a band called City Mouth, but she has done some insane stuff outside of that. She was on Late Night with Seth Meyers for a week doing their drumming, which was wild. I want to chat with her about stories like that, what got her into drumming, and how her life has been in this downtime during quarantine. So stick around, stay tuned, and let's call up Jessica. We're finally talking for the first time voice to voice. Look at this progression.
You know what's crazy? Until you just said that now, I feel like we've talked before. I really just thought of that. I was like, oh yeah, wow, this is the first time I've ever had a real conversation. Hello, Nick. It's very nice to meet you via Skype the first time.
Yes, hello, Jessica. It is wonderful to meet you after, I don't know, I feel like there's been a couple years of back and forth on social media. So it only makes sense that we first meet via digital means because that's the only way that we know each other.
It's the proper next step, and then once the pandemic is over, we'll actually be able to see each other in person.
Next time that you're in LA, but for now, yeah, we're in a pandemic. Are you based in Chicago?
Yeah.
How have you been during this 9-10 weeks of the world effectively being shut down?
I feel like at first I've gone through stages. Like at first, I was super freaked out and just like channeling all of my nervousness into the drums and just making content like every single day. But now things are kind of like starting to, it's weird. Now I'm like, oh, I need my mask to go to the store. Like, okay, that feels normal now. Where before I was like, this is too weird. I don't even want to go to the store. It just freaks me out. But it's been as good as it can be for me, I guess. You know, I've at least, I feel very thankful to have the drums and to be able to kind of feel like I'm at least able to kind of be productive while everything is shut down. And hopefully some of the things I've done during this are going to help me when it's over. And so, yeah, I feel as good as I can be, I guess.
Cool. And okay, talk to me about your drums then, because I saw this like old 7th grade letter that you posted that you put online to your future self or something. And you were like, I have an obsession with drumming. I listen to punk music and emo music like Blink-182, Sum 41, Taking Back Sunday, all the stuff I was listening to and still listen to. So I was like, hell yeah. How did it all get started with you, the whole drumming?
School band is like for where I went to school, it started in 5th grade. But before that, my parents had actually bought my brother. Do you remember like those first act instruments?
I do.
Yeah. So,
the very cheap ones.
My parents got like a drum set for my brother actually. And I don't even know what it was. Like I knew right away after seeing it and kind of just being around it. He didn't really get into it, but I knew like I wanted percussion because of that when I got to 5th grade. And they tried to put me on trumpet. I got really upset. And so early on, I was like very intense with the drums. I really wanted to learn. And yeah, from there, it just kept getting, it just became stronger and stronger, like my wanting to kind of pursue it and get better at it. And yeah, that letter in 7th grade, oh my gosh, that was so funny to read. Like, I was already, you know, on my iPod Nano every day listening to Blink songs and Paramore, and like, I was obsessed with that genre, and so that's how it all kind of got started.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Paramore, Hayley Williams, I don't know if you saw, she just became like the first female artist to have a #1 rock album for both solo and for being in a band. So good for her. Gotta love Paramore. They're still killing it to this day.
Oh yeah, she's, you know, the group is incredible. They've been one of my favorite bands for a very long time, and seeing her do her solo stuff has been amazing and really inspiring. And yeah, to be, you know, breaking records and just being super cool like she's been forever. It's very
not too
very
bad.
awesome to see.
Apart from just growing up and listening to the Blink-182 stuff, the alternative music stuff, you now play such a diverse range of stuff, and because you're constantly posting all of your socials like 300 times a day, I think is how many videos you typically post. But so when did you start to kind of diversify? Because I know a lot of drummers who, I mean, they all are very diverse, but a lot of them, they do stick to the genre that they're just kind of within. But you do everything, it seems like.
Yeah, so for a long time, I did just listen to the same things and play the same things, and which is great, and it's awesome. Like, it's obviously fun to play the things you like to listen to and that you feel comfortable playing. But I really flipped a switch when I went to school, I went to college, and in that time I wasn't really playing the drums much at all. It was kind of I graduated a semester early, so it was kind of like a 3.5-year hiatus of the drums. I played, but I wasn't really studying. And anyway, so it freaked me out because I felt like my chops were going away and all this stuff. So when I graduated and I decided to pursue the drums, I told myself that I was just going to go all in and just start learning all these different styles. And I wanted to be able to take any gig that I got a call for. You know, if it was a metal gig, I wanted someone to still be able to call me. If it was a jazz gig, whatever. And so I graduated and I started studying like crazy, and then I started working on African rhythms, and that just kind of like flipped over everything I ever knew about the drums. Like, I had never played polyrhythms or something that complex. From there, it's opened me up to all sorts of music and genres, and I just really love challenging myself with all these different kinds of music, and I just want to be as well-rounded of a drummer as possible. So that's what got me to start listening and playing more things.
Mm-hmm. So what did you go to college for?
So I was in college at first when I was like, okay, I love music, I want to do music, but when I declared my music major, it was just like a very broad, like I didn't really know what I was going to do with it yet, and I didn't want to be a band director, and so I switched to a music minor, and I had a communications major because I was going to go to grad school, and I was kind of hoping to. I was really involved in college, and I enjoyed that, and so I thought to myself, maybe I would like to do something like that, like campus programs and events, and maybe work at a college doing that. So I was going to go to grad school for higher ed, and that's what I graduated with, communications and a music minor. But then I decided to not go to grad school and to give the drums a shot.
And you've really used social media as a great way to kind of get your name and face out there. Is that kind of what allowed you to be able to really make a career from this, or how did it come to be that you actually started to be a drummer as your job? Because I feel like that's a dream for so many that you've been able to successfully do some pretty cool stuff with.
Yeah, social media 100% has provided the opportunities that I've had given to me the past few years. And right away I was like, okay, I'm gonna use, because I had no idea how to get my name out there. I would not have known what to do, I think. I guess I could have picked up and moved or, gone to LA or something, but I wanted to use social media to kind of try and put these clips out there, and it's definitely given me the exposure that I never could have imagined what social media would be able to do for me. It really makes the world a very small place, and here I am talking to you because of the videos you had seen, and it's very cool. Social media changed my whole life as far as making a music career possible.
Mm-hmm. And 2019 was obviously a really cool year for you, and I'm sure you were hoping this year would be even cooler, but we're locked inside. But
yeah.
Dude, so last year, though, you spent like a week doing late night with Seth Meyers with the 8G band. That was like the coolest thing ever. How did that opportunity come to be?
Welcome back, everybody. Give it up for the 8G band right over there. Also, all this week, we've had a fantastic up-and-coming drummer with us whose videos have garnered millions of views on social media. Be sure to check out the new single, Sanity for Summer, from her band City Mouth on Spotify. Jessica Burdeaux is here. Thank you for a great week.
So it was again just the one of the producers. He had seen my videos and he was a fan of my playing, and so he invited me on, and it was like that simple, just so crazy. You know, you never know who's seeing your stuff, and I mean that experience. That's like one of those things that never in a million years do you picture happening to you, and so when it happened, I couldn't have been more thankful. It was like the best experience too. Like that whole crew is phenomenal. Like they're all such great people, and they made it. You know, I had never done anything like that before, but they made me feel so comfortable, and it was just unbelievable. But yeah, all because of these clips and things that I posted, and yeah, that's how I ended up there.
Mm-hmm. If you put yourself out there, you never know. And I feel like that's such a big, crazy thing that's not even like on the list of things that you want to accomplish, because you don't even think that could ever happen.
Oh yeah, I remember I got there like the day before the first show, and I remember I was sitting on like the hotel balcony, and I was staring in New York City, and I'm like, I'm literally in New York, and I'm going to be on TV tomorrow. Like, how did this happen? How did I get here? It felt like I was living in a dream. It truly was so surreal. It was amazing. Like I had the best time. So yeah, dreams come true.
And on top of that, Seth Meyers, he plugged City Mouth, which is your band. I don't think you can beat any promo past that. That was awesome. So talk to me about City Mouth, though. You put out your an album recently. You guys have a couple music videos up.
My precious little coping machine. Think I've been asleep for days. It's not working, and I can feel the fucking habit.
We just put out an album called Coping Machine, and we're all so excited for it to be out, and we just loved the songs, you know, and it was so fun putting the record together. And of course, things have kind of shifted some of the plans that we had for the release and everything, but we're very much looking forward to, you know, the future and being able to play these songs live. And yeah, we're just all thrilled to finally be able to let everybody hear these songs we've been listening to for so long. So yeah, super pumped.
Mm-hmm. And I know people can check out live stuff too, because you guys did a really nice Audio Tree live performance that people can check out too. So that was pretty dope as well.
Yeah, Audio Tree was a great time. Lots of footage from that, yeah.
The rest of the year, what's your plan to keep busy? Because I'm guessing you're not going to be touring around. You're not going to be flying around to places to do drumming stuff, because it seems like we're pretty well on lockdown until 2021, which is insane. What are your plans?
Yeah, so I think my plans now, it's kind of cool because I make a lot of videos with reverb.com, and before I was going to the offices in Chicago to film those, but we've actually kind of found some ways to be making those segments, you know, remotely. So that's exciting. We have some plans for more content there, and I plan to just kind of continue making as much content as I possibly can, and depending on how the year goes, at the moment, that's pretty much, I'm just trying to, you know, I'm going to be revamping like my at-home recording setup, and I'm just doing some things that I didn't have as much time to do before, and so it's been really interesting kind of making this quarantine schedule and like staying on top of the social media stuff and just trying to figure out what's next, because I think we're all wondering what's next. Mm-hmm. But at the moment, yeah, just a lot of social media and content creation will be probably my job every day for a while.
Mm-hmm. And I know you're on TikTok, which I think that is so important, because I've seen you do some drums like some of the, like Doja Cat. I think Doja Cat was one of your biggest videos on there. But that's why that is such a good opportunity for you to just be doing little drum riffs over the hot TikTok songs, because, again, you never know what these social media opportunities can open up. And while you're stuck at home, there's no better time to kind of get in the view of some of these big potential names than putting stuff out there like that. So stick with that TikTok. We use it for very different reasons. I'm not being a professional.
I love your TikToks. You know, you've got the comedy stuff down. I could use some comedic advice. I've been trying to stay on top of like the trending TikTok songs and doing these things, but yeah, that app is definitely made for the funny videos and just it's a whole other world. It's unlike any other social media platform I've ever been on, but yeah, it's awesome and it's amazing how once a song catches, it's like millions of streams everywhere. It's really amazing. The reach that app has. So
and I just like 2-3 days ago I was chatting with Pierre Bouvier of Simple Plan, and their song Right Now I'm Just a Kid is like one of the biggest things on TikTok, and we were talking about that, and he's like, that song's 20 years old, and we had no idea that it just randomly blew up on this TikTok app one day. So cool stuff going on there.
It's one of my favorite trends because that's the one where it's like they show like a full-grown dog and then it becomes a puppy and when the chorus hits. Like, that's a really good trend. I like that song blew up on there.
Oh, and I just remembered, I think I saw on TikTok you did the little drum filter thing and you popped up on it.
Oh, yeah. So which drummer are you?
How many times did you do that? How many times did you have to do it before it landed on you?
Several thousand. It was a lot, though. I felt like it just kept... I would like see my name flash by and then it would just be gone. I had to do it several times, but totally worth it. That actually might be one of the coolest things that's happened to me, is being included in one of those filters. So I felt honored.
Yeah, Late Night with Seth Meyers had nothing on that. You were in a damn filter. So what are some other, do you have any goals, any dreams, artists that you would love to work with down the road?
I mean, we talked about Paramore and like Haley a little bit. I mean, that would be like a total dream for me. Also, like, as far as other drummers, like Travis Barker for me he was someone that I obviously grew up like idolizing and learning his parts and stuff. And to see how his career is right now, the way he just collaborates with so many different people and, the way he's able to just, I mean, it's so rare that you see that someone that literally can have a band and a successful band and then also just do so much on their own. And I would love to see like my career kind of take a similar path where I'm able to kind of be playing with like my band. Like I love City Mouth. I'd love to see where that goes and then be able to, if one day Haley calls because she wants me to drum for her, or
maybe you're like, I guess.
Work with, yeah. If I was able to work with just any other kind of artist, I just want to do so much stuff. But yeah, dream gig wise, like I just love Paramore, and it would be amazing to work with them in any way, somehow, someday. But yeah, in general, like I would love to just be as involved creatively as with as many people as possible. Like it's just so exciting when you get to collaborate and try different things. So it's kind of a vision for myself.
Well, I'm so glad that we could finally talk. Next time there's a NAMM going on or that you're doing a session thing out in LA, we will link up and properly hang. But for now, I'm glad that we could via quarantine, via Skype, at least kind of chat a little bit on a very interviewee type level, but it was cool.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you having me on, and I'm very much looking forward to being in LA again, whenever that might be, and being able to, hang in person.
All right. Well, I look forward to talking more, seeing all the videos that you put out, and I'll have all your socials up here so people can check it out. But thanks for hopping on and chatting, and I'm glad that you're well, and we'll stay in touch.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nick. You have a great day, okay?
You too, and I always feel bad for hanging up because I'm about to just cold hang up on you, but I'll follow up after, and I'll just say thanks for chatting again. So keep having a good one. Keep drumming away.
I'm ready for the cold hang up. Don't make it easy on me.
Here it goes. I'm just going to do it right now. I'm so sorry. Okay, everybody, that was my chat with Jessica Burdeaux. I feel bad when I just hang up like that, but it's because I like to cut right to my outro right here. Amazing drummer. Check out City Mouth, her band. They are very talented. Can't wait to see what all she does. Be sure to look her up, give her a follow, and follow me at Nick_Major and TikTok at Nick.Major, where I've been posting some really weird stuff as we kind of touched on. And of course, you got to follow idobi Radio to be up to date with all the latest news, interviews, updates, and more from all your favorite artists. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to keep your hands clean, your mouth, your nose covered in this strange time. Take it easy. And until next time, again, take it easy.